Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning. It is at 5:01 a.m. Good to have you with us. I'm Maddie Jansen again, anchoring the newscast live here from my home in Tehachapi as we move more and more people out of our newsroom. This is the second day I've been doing this, coming to you virtually, and Alex still holding down the fort in studio, although there are not many people left there right now.
There really are, and at times the whole entire newsroom is empty, and it can be a little eerie and sad at times, of course. But again, this is the new normal for a while because we are trying to practice social distancing, and we've heard from doctors, including our own local doctors, who talk about the essential part and everyone making sure that they do this to flatten the curve. So we'll get to news throughout the day, but first let's take a look at your forecast on this finally Friday. We have made it, and a lot of people are looking forward to the weekend, but hey, we've got some changes on the way, right, Kev?
Yeah, we have some big changes. In fact, we're looking at a chance of rain heading into Sunday and Monday, and we're going to get a healthy dose of rain. Yesterday, our high was 68 degrees, so it's nice and comfortable out there. We should be right around 72 this time of year. Our record was 90, and that was set back in 1985. Right now, we sit at 48 degrees in Bakersfield. We have an east-northeast wind at 5 miles per hour, so light. As we take a look at the numbers for today, we will climb into the upper 60s and lower 70s here in the valley. For Tehachapi, you're at 37, definitely jacket weather this morning with a west-northwest wind at 10 miles per hour. And as we take a look at the hour by hour here, we're going to be in the 50s this afternoon. Still a little bit of a breeze, but no wind advisory for your area. We're going to talk much more about your forecast. That's coming up in just a little bit, but Alex, we'll send it back over to you.
All right, Kev, thanks so much. Your time now is 5:03, and this morning, Public Health will give another update on the coronavirus crisis here in Kern County. 158 people have now tested positive for COVID-19. That's nearly a 30-case jump just yesterday. At least 7 of these cases led to people being hospitalized. More than 2,400 people have tested negative, and more than 1,500 people are waiting to get their results back. Public health officials have not said if anyone has recovered. Now let's take a look at how these cases break down by age. 75, which is nearly half of the positive tests, are people between the ages of 18 and 49. 2 are 17 or younger, and 47 are 50 to 64, and 31 are age 65 and older. Now here's a look at the map. You can see most are concentrated in the western half of Kern County, 31 in the Valley region, 70 in the area known as West Bakersfield, 43 cases in the area known as East Bakersfield, 6 in the mountains, and 5 in the desert.
Now to a crackdown on local non-essential businesses that have refused to close. 17's Kern has the details on how public health officials plan to hold shop owners responsible.
It started with an executive order from Governor Gavin Newsom. All non-essential businesses must close. That includes places like bars, gyms, salons. The list goes on. But what happens if they don't comply?
Last week, we sent out health inspectors to every business that we had received some sort of complaint on, asking them to heed the recommendation from the governor.
Public Health has already asked 30 to 40 non-essential businesses to close.
Our hope is that they do comply. The far majority have. When we've hand-delivered those notices, they have all understood. There was some misunderstanding at times.
Still, there are some gyms, smoke shops, and nail salons with their doors open, even broadcasting their business. So now there are official consequences if businesses still don't close after being asked. According to a new order from Public Health, the owner could be charged with a misdemeanor, go to jail for up to 6 months, pay a fine of up to $1,000, or all of the above.
Public Health will have the lead, and if they're asking for law enforcement to support them in ways by taking enforcement action in certain areas, then that's what we'll move on to from here.
Where the order is not as clear, gun shops, listed on neither the City of Bakersfield's essential or non-essential list. But Bakersfield Police hopes it won't have to resort to these measures.
We don't want to pull off resources to go enforce people businesses that aren't closing that should be closing. We want to make sure that we can respond to businesses that are being burglarized or domestic violence call or something else here. And so we want people to do the right thing voluntarily.
Now, if you have any questions or you'd like to report a non-essential business that's still open, Kern Public Health encourages you to call them at 321-3000, or you can visit their website at kernpublichealth.com. In Bakersfield, Karen Hua, 17 News.
Public Health debuted a map showing complaints against businesses that people have concerns about. We also have a link on our website, kget.com, to see the non-essential businesses reportedly still open.
The faithful gathered at a local hospital to show support for our healthcare workers who are on the front lines of the coronavirus fight. Joseph Castro created an event on Facebook called Prayer at Mercy Southwest. He invited people to go to the hospital last night, park in the dirt lot, and flash their lights to honor all those affected by the virus.
Right now, it's all about you guys. We want you guys to know that we are here for you, that we're praying for you, that we're laying hands over you, and we know once this is all said and done, you guys will be healed.
Castro's Facebook page is called United We Stand Bakersfield. A similar event will be held on Sunday evening at another hospital. Well, as we all face the darkness of the coronavirus crisis, it's so important to keep hope alive. And in these challenging times, faith can provide a great source of comfort and healing no matter what your religious beliefs are. With Holy Week and Passover just days away, this morning on Today, a rabbi and bishop speak about how to navigate through the tough times. Again, the Today Show coming up this morning right after 17 News at sunrise.
Kern County Public Schools will be closed for the remainder of the academic school year, but learning will continue at home. 17's Amber Frias has more on e-learning and how students are adjusting.
Schools may be closed, but learning continues online. School districts have worked hard to make sure students have what they need to continue their learning at home. But is it keeping them on track?
I have friends who are trying to keep up, but then they get behind.
Sometimes you have more questions that need to be answered.
Haley Riso and Mariah Adriano are seniors at Stockdale High School. The girls say they are finding at-home instruction hard to keep up with.
I'm taking an AP class, an honors class. I have ROC. So learning at home isn't as beneficial as learning at school because we don't have our teachers to kind of give us instruction and point things out.
The rush to bring education home amid the coronavirus pandemic is not like anything school districts have done before.
We've been really navigating through some uncharted waters in recent weeks. In fact, in my time, I'm 57. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life.
Within weeks, school districts have put together lesson packets and online programs for students to learn from home. As expected, basic technical issues have emerged.
In our estimates, we felt that about 40% of the districts either had a connectivity issue or lacked a device.
In response, the superintendent of schools has worked closely with school districts to make sure those students get what they need. This week, school buses equipped with Wi-Fi were parked in neighborhoods across our county. Wi-Fi was also made available in parking lots of all public school libraries and county buildings. And Chromebooks were distributed to students who didn't have a device at home. But amid all this, how is the actual learning going?
It's very difficult for us to assess that at this time. I'm going to be honest with you, there's no way that all students are accelerating or moving at the same pace. And for us to assess that, we would have to have a more robust online learning platform that all students are using at this time. We don't. It's uneven. Some students are using still paper packets.
Barlow says grading and evaluation of progress is still not something in place across the county due to the fact that every district is using different programs to connect with their students, and there is still students without connectivity.
If they're not connecting, if they're not turning on their video or their phone, or connecting with their peers, it's much more difficult for us to, number one, assess where they are, and number two, deliver what they need.
Mary Barlow says students and parents can expect information on grades and graduation in the coming weeks. From Southwest Bakersfield, Amber Frias, 17 News.
Kern High School District is consolidating its meal services. Centennial High School is no longer a meal site, but there are plenty of others. Breakfast and lunch grab-and-go meals are available at other locations for kids ages 2 to 18 from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. this week. Next week, during spring break, meal service will be provided Monday through Thursday, but there will be no service on Good Friday, April 10th, or Monday, April 13th. And remember, you need to bring your child with you to pick up meals, but you do not have to pick up meals from your child's district. It can be from any district or any school. You can find a list of sites on our website, kget.com. It's 5:11 now, and the nation's latest unemployment report will be released this morning. Amid the coronavirus concerns, investors are watching with a weary eye. We'll have the latest numbers as soon as they're released in about 19 minutes.
Performing together, they say, and they miss their public, but they say this was a lot of fun and a way to stay in touch. This video has more than 1 million views. I think I know why, because it is absolutely fascinating to see, and they're incredible to listen to, too. Well, a pair of Bakersfield natives challenged their children to get creative and inspire all those stuck at home with a simple song. 17's Taylor Schaub joins us live this morning with that story. Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning, Alex. And after spending weeks bored out of their mind in the self-quarantine, this family of 6 is embracing their new normal, one lyric at a time. Like so many families, the Swatzels have spent the past 2 weeks pressed for ways to entertain their ever-growing family.
You know, we just kind of told our kids that we need to use this time for good and to try and learn new things.
So Mom Candace and Dad Charles decided to fire up the Wayback Machine, using their theater backgrounds to engineer a parody of the hit song One Day More from the musical Les Mis.
It was a lot of fun to be able to spend time being creative, using our free time that we don't normally find ourselves with, to put something together that we brought us joy and we hope bring other people's joy as well.
The Bakersfield natives, who now call Portland home, hoped it would bring their friends back in Kern County some much-needed levity.
One more voyage to the store. Is it safe? Are you sure? Don your mask and latex gloves.
Because as Charles says, music is the great uniter.
You know, we just want to let them know that we're all in this together, and that there's still hope.
The Swatzels hope you find some collective comfort in their lyrics.
Stop touching my face, I have nowhere else to go. Can't take it anymore. Really? What the heck? I'm on the verge of crazy. Where's my stimulus check?
Proving that even from 1,000 miles away, a simple tune can bring us all together.
Just to be able to spread that joy to others and get back to our Bakersfield community who we miss a lot has been really a blessing.
Wash your hands, stay at home.
Welcome back. It's 5:26 on this Friday. In recent days, we've learned that employees at two employees at Bakersfield Albertsons stores have tested positive for COVID-19. Many viewers have asked us what businesses should do if an employee is diagnosed with the virus. 17's Aton Wallace looked into it and has this report.
The Albertsons store on White Lane and Gosford Road was very much open Thursday, and so was the Albertsons on Panama Lane. Albertsons says the buildings have been cleaned and disinfected multiple times, adding both stores will remain open and will continue to follow an enhanced cleaning and disinfection process in every department. Many viewers wanted to know, should businesses like Albertsons temporarily close if employees test positive for COVID-19? Well, we asked that question to Kern County Public Health.
What are businesses required to do if they are notified that an employee has tested positive for COVID-19? The answer is it's going to vary. Our team, again, works with these individuals and then makes the appropriate contacts if a business was involved in any of the close contacts that have that this positive case has come into contact with. It depends on, was that employee at work and infectious? But we will work with these businesses and ensure that they are adhering to the CDC guidelines to ensure the safety of all that have been potentially exposed and certainly in a public place.
And back at the Albertsons on White and Gosford, shopper Lige Hudson said he's being careful at the store, but he believes 1 or 2 positive cases from employees does not warrant a temporary shutdown.
You know, you've got to protect yourself, you know. But man, let me tell you, if it's going to get you, it's going to get you.
Now he's carrying on, vowing to shop here again in the near future. In Southwest Bakersfield, Eitan Wallace, 17 News.